Evan here, back for another lesson. We're actually going to be talking about landing pages, 12 different landing page styles using actual cleaning companies that are currently on the web as examples. So let's start off with the first one over here. As many of you know, they're a franchise, and when you come to their website, the first thing they're having you do as a potential customer is enter in your zip code, and they're going to connect you with the nearest branch. And the layout, depending on which location you pick, the layout is going to be pretty similar to all of them. One of the first things that we see with something like this is their website, meaning there's going to be a lot of things in the header, different pages that you can land on, but they also do want to connect it to just their specific location and get you to click this button ultimately, or give them a call. So as we scroll down, it gives them a little bit of a description on their location here in Milford, Connecticut. And then this is pretty much the rest of their sales pitch. I would assume it's pretty generic for all of their pages. What we can learn from this page is that it's very simple. They have this one button to get an estimate. To be frank, it's a little bit outdated in my opinion in terms of the design compared to what a lot of other companies are doing. But because these people have so much traffic, because they are a franchise, they know that their business is going to grow just from organic traffic, referrals, things like that. And if they do decide to run ads, they probably don't mind weeding away some of these other people by not just having, the call to action a little bit more hidden, but also when it comes to actually filling out these forms, asking for, all this information before someone actually becomes a lead. And then we look over at this example with Celebrity Maid. So very similar. They have all the different types of pages that you could potentially land on. They have this call to action to request a free estimate. I had already picked my location ahead of time, which is over here in the New Fairfield area. But as we scroll down, this is designed a little bit more friendly for the user, in my opinion, where not only do they always have this option to call or request a quote, but as they scroll down, there's a call to action right here. We scroll down a little bit more. Now they're giving a video to explain who they are. You could also see their location within the maps. Again, you have another option to call them or request a free estimate. We're going to scroll down, frequently asked questions, scroll down a little bit more, some more information about them, and then you do have one more option to call them down here. So overall, this is pretty decent. It could be optimized a little bit better with some more call to action buttons towards the bottom, like right here and right here. What they're really incentivizing is, what I thought was interesting, is this is essentially a multi-step order form, where if we go back to this example, they're collecting all the information right up front. But with this one, first they want you to make a micro commitment, and they're saying, okay, are you looking for a recurring service or a one-time clean? So let's say I was looking for one-time clean. I'm going to enter in my zip code, press next, see what happens. And now you can already see that there's multiple steps. So now it's asking, okay, because I selected one-time clean, is this a move in, move out? Then they're asking for my name, which is interesting. I would press next there. It would probably ask me for some more information. And I guarantee one of these steps would be like a prepay. So they'd probably ask for my credit card. This is adding specific barriers within their quote process, and they can afford to do so. They're willing to turn away a lot of the web traffic that comes in with something like this. All right, so now let's move into another example. Again, another classic residential cleaning franchise with Maid Pro. You select their location. This one, I believe, has a little bit more of a hybrid approach, which I really like, where again, it is essentially a website. It has that professional website look to it. But now they also have some offers that you could click on. So they're asking for your name, address, city, your state, zip code, bedrooms, bathrooms. You press get your quote, and then simple enough. So this opt-in page is very simple. There's nowhere for me to get lost. To my understanding, it's not a multi-order form. It's just once I fill this out, I'm pretty much ready to go. Now we're going to move more, as you can see, a little bit more into less of the website type of feel and more so just classic textbook landing page. First of all, the design of their page is pretty unique. So I haven't really seen anything like this. What's interesting is they have this sidebar with their different front-end offers, which is 2 hours of cleaning for $9, 3 hours of cleaning for $19. And this is, a subscription type model. There's no way that you could just get a clean for $9 and that's it. They would absolutely be losing money on the front end if they were just offering like a one-time deal with this. But, people can say what they want about this company. We know that they're getting a lot of traffic because These guys are notorious for having their ads show up in multiple spots, getting multiple ratings. So they definitely have the social proof aspect here. And similar to one of the other companies, because I entered my zip code, now they're showing me apparently legitimate reviews from people that are in my specific area. This diagram over here, which tells you like, okay, here's what to expect depending on the size of your home and how much time it will be estimated to clean. They go through their process of how it works, their 3-step process, what's going to be included. And these are all the frequently asked questions that they've received from their customers, I guarantee, and they were just able to put it into this landing page and pre-qualify these people. Once you pick your offer, look, they're just asking for a couple things, your email address and zip code. You press get my voucher. Let's just say I were to bounce off after that point, like they start asking for more information. Well, now I've entered my email address, so they're at least getting me to get on their email list, and hopefully they're gonna, nurture me and convert me through there if I'm not ready to pull the trigger now. So that's a pretty good example. Let's move on. I like this example a lot because this is a great cross between having that professional website where this is the homepage of their website, people are going to visit this, but as they scroll down, it's very simple, it looks neat, they have a little video over here, and they have, some call to actions, get started. Let's see what happens when you click on this. It just brings you right back to the top. So overall, I think from a design perspective, this website is good. I would recommend they include more call to action buttons throughout this homepage. But nonetheless, if we go back to the top of their page, this is more so what you see popular with booking forms for cleaning companies these days, where they're asking for your name, email, phone number, but then you select how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, and you can kind of increase it based on how it goes. So the layout of this looks really cool. They got the social proof right underneath. You press get price. And again, as soon as I press that, I guarantee I'm entering into their email list, perhaps getting forwarded to their appointment setting team or whatever processes they have in place, and most likely contact me and nurture me and that kind of thing. All right, so let's move on. Now we're gonna go more specific, as you can see. So this website, I think this is great because it does have this form as one of the very first things that you see, just like this website does. It's a little bit larger, there's more information that is being asked ahead of time, but they also have this little offer over here, get a cleaning starting at $99. And then as you scroll down, it has some customer reviews, which is great. You keep scrolling. This is just a little bit about their process. Keep scrolling, some more customer reviews, and then one more call to action, get started, or you can call them, and depending on what button you click, it's going to bring them back to the top of the page. This is a landing page that they're essentially using for their main domain. It doesn't have the classic website elements, which would be different tabs in the footer, like the About Us section, the Reviews section, our process, things like that. So let's move on. This is actually something we built for one of my clients, and this is just a very bare bones landing page. We have the logo, we have the number for them to call us, and we're not positioning this as a website. This is only for paid traffic. So for things like Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, etc. All right, so we have the headline over here, save time. There's a video of the owner explaining. And then as they scroll down, they're just going to learn a little bit more about what the process looks like, but it's very simple, guys. There's not much that people could get lost in, and we just want them to click this big orange button, which is to claim this deep cleaning offer. And all we're asking for is their name, email, phone, city, how many beds and baths their home is, and then after they press submit, we, the owner, take care of the rest. All right, so this is a very basic landing page, and this type of style is what I would recommend for most people if they're running paid traffic, and especially if they're willing to get as many leads as possible, unlike these guys who purposely make it harder for leads to convert. All right. So moving on, this is another classic landing page style where we have the logo, the phone number, the headline, and then we're catering this landing page to a specific offer, which is a spring deluxe cleaning starting at $159. So we keep scrolling down. This is just a little bit about the owners. We have some before and after photos on this page. They can claim this offer for a specific amount. They click this button. Again, we're just asking for some details. We're asking for a little bit more on this one. So if they have any pets, how many beds their home is, how many bathrooms, they can select it. And then once they press submit, we have them entering into a nurturing sequence. So moving along, so this one actually, we don't even have a logo or a phone number. This is very specific to just a Mother's Day special that we're running. It's the same offer, but we're just positioning it a little bit differently. The form is the exact same. Even the layout of the pages is very similar. We're just going over some of the pain points. We have some photos of the cleaners, frequently asked questions, then add some social proof at the end with Google reviews, and then asking for the call to action one more time towards the bottom, and they can click this button, and then that's it. So as we're moving along, you can start to see these pages getting a lot more simple, a lot shorter, a lot less information thrown into here, and a lot more focus on our one call to action, which is to click this button. So let's move on. So this is for a carpet cleaning company, and what we tested with this one, which is really interesting, is we have a 3-room special, but instead of clicking a button for people to fill out their information, we just have this one calendar form. Now this specifically applies to warm traffic, so if you're sending out like an email blast or a text message blast to your existing customers and you're sending them to a page like this can work beautifully because they've already done business with you. You already have their information on file. All right, so all they have to do is select the day and time of when they would like to get their cleaning. They press select the date, confirm, and then that's all they have to do. So this makes it super simple for them. Now for a cold traffic, this is something that we're testing, but typically these pages don't work as well because new customers will have questions about your service, and just seeing a calendar form, yes, you might get some bookings, but most people will be a little skeptical because it is so basic and they'll back off. People at least want to know what they're getting themselves into typically before they do something like this. So that's a good rule of thumb. Anytime you leave the scheduling in the hands of cold prospects, it's very unlikely to happen. You're better off just collecting their name, email, phone number, and then you make the initiative. But if they're warm customers, if they've already done business with you, then these work well. All right, so this was a campaign that actually performed very well. So we had an ad promoting a free kitchen cleaning, and when people get to this page, there is nothing here. It's literally just a button that people could click on with a countdown timer, and they're very clear on what the offer is: free kitchen clean. We explained this in the ad that we're saying, hey, for the first 20 signups, or I believe what we did actually was say, for the month of whatever it is, December, we're going to select one new winner a week to receive a free kitchen clean. All you have to do is click the button on this page, enter in your information, and we'll announce a winner, sending out a text and an email to everybody every Monday. So people click this button. Again, all we're collecting is first name, email, phone number. That's all we want. And this page converted extremely well, as you might imagine. I think we got just over 50% conversion rates on this. I think it was like 54% or something crazy. So this can definitely work well. All right, guys, and last but not least, we have this option. So this actually isn't even to book a cleaning. This was just to download a PDF, and we position this in the ad, which is, hey, we have 15 ways that you guys can turn your home into a self-care sanctuary. So we're catering to the people that might not be ready today to request a cleaning. How can we at least let them know that we're the best company that they can go to once they're ready? And by doing that, we provided a 15-step PDF that shows them all the possible ways that they could make the most of their home and use the proper cleaning solutions, what to look for in the staff or the company, etc. So people just enter in their name, email, and that's it. We don't need a long landing page. And this is something that I want to conclude this video with, is that typically long landing pages are essentially your sales page. So you have a lot of educating to do on these pages. You know, you want to let your leads know what's in it for them, what the process looks like. If someone's downloading a PDF, you shouldn't have to sell them. Like, they should already know, hey, this is what I want, or it's what I don't want. Committing to an email address is not the end of the world. So that is it for this video, guys. Those are my 12 examples of landing pages. Hopefully you could get some value out of this video and perhaps implement some of these ideas into your own company, or maybe rework your existing website or landing page. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you guys found value from this video. Make sure you also like it, share it with anyone who you might find value from it. And aside from that, I'll catch you guys soon.